Time to ice dye a 100% linen dress. First, you'll need to mix 2 cups of soda ash for each 1 gallon of water and stir well until dissolved. Using warm water can make it dissolve faster. Let the garment soak for at least 15 minutes. I let mine go overnight. You might need to weigh it down to keep it submerged. When it's ready, you can go ahead and take it out and squeeze out any excess water. Now you can arrange this in any shape or configuration you want. You can also use rubber bands like you would do with tie-dye. You will need some sort of wire rack or something to keep the garment elevated during this process, and this is really important or else you're just going to end up with a bunch of muddy soup on your shirt. Now we're going to go ahead and add the ice on top, and you want to cover as much as you possibly can with the ice. Anything you don't cover will end up just being white pretty much. Now we're going to go ahead and add the Procyon dye. This is color 208 Warrior Princess by Dharma Trading Co. I recommend wearing a respirator or a dust mask so you don't inhale the fine particles of dye. Now you pretty much just sprinkle the stuff on wherever you want on top of the ice. Any spot that doesn't get dye on top of ice will end up looking kind of speckly. This color is specially formulated for ice dyeing, but you can pretty much use any color or colors you want. Just know that things will mix and bleed into each other, so just think about that when selecting your colors. When you're done, pretty much just leave it to sit overnight. I recommend at least 24 hours. The longer you leave it, the brighter and more vibrant the colors will be. You can also put fabric scraps in the bottom underneath the wire rack if you just want to dye some extra fabric or yarn and have fun with it. Here's what it looked like after sitting overnight. Okay, here's the fun part. Now we're gonna rinse this with cold tap water just to get all of that excess dye out right away. And you're just gonna keep rinsing it in cool water until the water starts to run mostly clear. It'll still be a little dark, but that's okay because we're gonna put it in the washing machine. Here's how the dress was looking at this stage. Pretty cool, actually. But there was still a lot of dye that needed to be rinsed out, so 2 more rounds in the washing machine. Toss that bad boy in there. Now just run a quick cold cycle. We're just trying to get some excess dye out. After we've washed it with a cold cycle, we're gonna go ahead and add a couple capfuls of Synthropol, which will help get any remaining last bit of dye out of the garment. And we're gonna run this on warm. And this is the finished product. It is quite beautiful. It kind of reminds me of flowers. And I really like how it came out. The beauty of ice dyeing is you don't really know quite how it's going to look when it's finished. It's kind of a random thing. I think I could have gotten the colors a little bit more saturated if I had left it longer. So right here around the collar area of the dress, you can see that's what the speckling effect looks like. So if you really like the way this looks, you could just dump the dye powder straight onto the garment without using the ice. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. It's super comfortable to wear as well. It is a bit loose, but as you can see, adding a belt takes care of that. I hope that you give this a shot.